Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of this platform. Guys, we have been carrying this Olympic story because it's trending for the past day or two. And I'd like to bring you some breaking news this evening. Coach Francis of Jamaica, the coach for Kishane Thompson, broke his silence. And I want you guys to hear what he has to say. As you know, we are days away from the closing of the Summer Olympics in Paris. And the world was shocked yesterday by the outcome of the 100-meter men's final. Some people say the athletes tied. Some people say one athlete won, the other one. And there's just a lot of controversy. But in addition to that, there's also talks of how France hosted this Olympic game. In the words of Coach Francis, it's the worst Olympic ever. He has attended at least 8 games. I want to show you what Coach Francis said in its entirety, and then we'll have a discussion here about it. Let me see who's here. You're looking at Coach Stephen Francis there and his athlete, Kishane Thompson, the man who received the silver medal for Jamaica yesterday in France. So let us see who's here. We'll say hi to everybody and then we'll get going. I want to thank the people who are new to the platform. The upload yesterday, it drew a lot of views and discussions. I was reading through the comments today and I see that, some of our American friends decided to join the chat over here, as well as some of our Jamaican friends who may not have agreed with what we had to say, and that's fine. But we're going to talk a little more about it, guys. So let me see. Good evening, Miss Simone. Moderator, thank you for joining. Welcome back. Silver Fox, Jamaica female farmer, big up yourself. Yeah, man. So, guys, the program that was scheduled for tonight, of course, we had to cancel that because what Coach Francis said. Coach Francis is all of you who know Coach Francis. He's not a man of many words, right? So, for him be so open to the question that he was asked about the Olympic and so forth and so on. That was a little bit, But anyway, guys, if you're just joining, please hit the like button. Make sure that our friends know that we are on so that we can get talking. Boy, I mean, I tell you now, we have seen some things in the past, where people take a literally took a leap over the finish line, you know? And basically, the issue that I have personally with what is happening is that we know that, the torso has to cross the line. But my issue, guys, you couldn't see or you couldn't tell whose torso crossed the line first when we look at the photo finish of these two athletes. I have watched it from every angle. I have watched every video. I have seen every photo, and I could not tell. It was not clear. It looked like they both crossed at the same time where the torso is concerned. No question. Kishane's foot came over the finish line first. But forget about his foot. There's no picture or video out there that can clearly show me, and I have looked, that Noah Lyles' torso crossed first. I have not seen it. That is the thing, right? So let me just let you hear what Coach Francis has to say in the meantime, and then we will come back and discuss. Let's see, where is it? Here it is.
Coach, after 100 meters, tell us what your thoughts on that and the photo finish.
Well, the photo finish was clear. Noel won. He's a very good athlete who you can't allow yourself to get down to his level. And I think that's what happened to Kishane today. But I think Kishane performed very, very well, given the fact that, as I said, he had been having hamstring issues after the semi-final. Sean had to work on him a lot, and I think it was very creditable and courageous of him to run the way he did, given all that. But I think he was disappointed in his start, and I certainly was as well.
Running 9:79, as I know, you know, the expectations is that he would have been the Olympic champion. But it didn't happen tonight. But Kishane, I think, based on his experience, you would say that he did well.
I said he did well, and it gives him something to look forward to for the rest of the season and for the next season. So hopefully that will make the future even better. You know, an Olympic silver medal is no joke. So.
Do you think that the hold up at the start affected the athletes in any way?
I suspect it would have affected those who were most eager to run. But the Olympics has been very weird. You know, it has certainly been the worst that I've ever been to, and it's from the warm-up area to the training tracks to how they operate inside the stadium. It's all very amateurish.
Amateurish. But you say it's the worst you've been in. You have been to at least 8 Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the worst. Paris is your worst Olympics.
By a long way. Not even close. I mean, Paris itself, the city is great. But how this
the
Olympics was organized and executed, at least as far as athletics is concerned, is extremely poor.
Okay, so Coach Francis, I want to just congratulate you on your silver medal. Any word on Sharika? What's happening with her?
Well, I'm sure she'll be resting. She and trying to get it recovered so that she can continue her career in the sport, and I'm sure it will be brighter than before.
What's the reason for pulling her today?
Oh, she just could not run at the speed she needed to run confidently, and I think that was the main reason.
Okay. Will she be continuing this for the rest of the season?
I think she's going to spend the next couple of weeks trying to get it properly healed, and then we'll have to see.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Yes, guys, welcome back. So, what do you all think about what the coach had to say? I mean, he has his opinion on what the outcome was. I don't necessarily agree with his opinion because, like I said, guys, I have not seen any images or videos to say to me that Noah's torso crossed first, right? So if I am to go by what the Olympics says, the Olympic officials, I cannot take their word for it. Based on the fact that he said it's the worst Olympic, the disorganization, the things that I saw them doing, they're just not in a position to host a mega event like this. Right? So I cannot take their word for I want to see it. That's all me do things, I have to see it. Right? But the quality of the Olympic is horrible. You guys heard us over here last night. I was talking to Liz, who is actually in Paris. She's there to attend the games. And you guys heard what she said about the atmosphere, the attitudes of the people, and things like that. So the organization and the ill preparedness, it is very clear. And I don't know how they can be that way because they have so much time, in advance to look after and prepare what they need to prepare. I don't know if they believe that the Eiffel Tower alone could have carried off the Olympic. It doesn't work like that. The most important and the most fundamental part of the Olympic is your organization and how you treat your guests. And it's not just the athletes, but everybody who come there as visitors. I've heard people saying that, you walk around there and you try to talk to people or ask questions, nobody speaks English. Every big city that I've gone to in any country, once you are in the capital of that city, and Paris is one of the biggest, most visited capitals in the world, they should have a pretty decent English speaking population within that area. So, it's just it wasn't a good thing. They were more about selling their city than the actual games. Yeah, that's how it appears for sure. Yeah, because I told you guys in the beginning, they came off with this whole fashion thing. They were promoting fashion at the Olympic because they had this lady on the red carpet and she was interviewing people. What are you wearing? What are you wearing? I'm like, what is this? It's not like the people who come there that wear some sports brand like Nike, Puma. What are you wearing? Just because they're celebrities. What are you wearing? What are you? I said, what is this? That's why I never bother watch the opening ceremony because it didn't appear as an Olympic game to begin with, right? Guys, if you're just joining, please hit the like button and share the live. Now I want to talk about two other things. You guys have just heard from Coach Francis. Um, he said something there that kind of puzzled me a little bit. He said something about getting down to Noah's level. Me not understand what that mean. You can explain that to me? What I mean when he said that? Cause some older Jamaican folks they talk some things in their own way and we don't really understand more time. But what do you think he meant when he said that Noah Lyles is a great athlete, but you cannot let him get down to, cannot allow him to let you get down to his level. I must say all this. Hello, moderator. Good night.
Question you just asked. So just to call it. I say get down to Noah's level is Noah Lyles have this thing about him. If you watch most time races in a big finals,
Yeah.
him always do some little, theatrics to kind of probably throw the rest of the athletes off of them game. Only by jumping up on the shouting and the this and the that. But besides all of that, when that way me decipher from where Stephen Francis I say, yeah.
Okay.
He mentioned the whole getting down to Noah's level. But question I mean you want to ask, because we never see it in the woman them final, yeah? Mm-hmm. When the women's out of the race, other than them announcement and the lighting and that, was it it's in a long hold up at the race, or did you hear music or play and all of them something?
Honestly, no, not really. Did you?
But it happened. When it happened, I watched the race. I said to my neighbor, say, so them organizer do things to get the rest of runners them in the race nervous. Why this hold up to start the race? And music and all of them something. They don't do that for the final.
Oh, maybe I just missed it. I didn't see it. Oh my gosh, really?
Them never play no music for the female them final as to see. Oh. About that long holding up the people them stand up at the starting so long. I mean I wonder why cause the hold up.
Yeah. Oh, I did hear the athletes them say that they were wondering what was causing their hold up. I heard them say that.
Yeah, it was a long, it was an extended hold up at the line, and then them start play this musical, so I say, this no look right. Them try let the man them stand up there that people nerves start kicking and all of them things. Yeah, that was the first thing that I observed.
No, but
Yeah?
this is
After the race, yes, it was a tight race. After the race, when me watching the race, when I watch the race, me I say, yeah, Kish, got it.
mm-hmm.
When me see that part deliberate now at the end, the announcer said, look, Kishane look like him win, right? The announcer with the post what we are listening on the TV
He
actually said,
did.
right?
He
Now
definitely
I
did.
go Kishane like him congratulate him or something to that effect. But it
In
seems
tell
like
him
I look up.
in tell him say look, in
Yes,
tell him say I him win.
yeah. Me I look on it and I said to myself, say, but why them a take so long to make a final announcement, you know? So let me say no other with him hand on the head, me I said, no, this not look good enough. Every time Jamaica go down in a photo finish like that, history never depend on our side, we always not get it, you know. Can remember vividly back in America at the time with Gail Levers and the rest of them. We never got in a photo finish with America and get a race yet. So for me, for them start deliberate and not take so long, I say no, them are going to take with that one. Yeah. And so said, so done.
My
So
God.
said, I wonder if I just saw we saw it or what, but every time we go down in a situation like that in a race, we are never awarded a race.
Well, let me ask you this. You heard what Stephen Francis just said about the outcome. He said
Uh-huh.
that Noah won, but did you see a video or a photo showing you whose torso crossed the line first? That you could
All,
agree
all the pictures that I have seen from the angles that I have seen,
and
would
the
have more said
videos
Kishane win. Me would have said that,
and the videos too?
right? Because one, X out the whole torso, yeah. The plantar foot, the foot that either on the line or over the line, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them, remember saying that them lead foot that, you know. So if my foot touch the ground before yours, automatically me I go carry through before you. Yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense though. Well, kind of, because it can also be a situation where your one foot is leap out further than your body too, you know.
Yeah, it leap out further than, but me I say you carry through. Remember I say after your foot plant the ground, your body I go protrude forward. Yeah? But as me say, it's not even about the whole photo finish of such. As me say, it's just unfortunate that every time we end up in such a situation, they have never given us a race like that. Them always awarded to the
Mm-hmm.
Americans. And that are the concern I me have. Yeah?
Me not love the outcome at all. I don't see, you know. Boy, me not know.
No, I mean the athlete himself take it gracefully still, and as me I listen to a commentator where him say this probably as much as it had to lose a goal like that, but this probably is a setup for a greater comeback. I mean, I'm almost certain say anyway them buck up again, Kishane gonna make sure say him beat him properly.
Oh yes, there's no
Yeah,
doubt about that. Absolutely no doubt.
yeah, man. But me personally feel him get robbed this time.
Yes, he
I
did.
don't know if it just the exchange between me and some commenters on your video today. Yeah,
Okay.
they were saying that especially the first commenter on my post was saying that we've been winning for the past 20 years. So may I say it's not about the 20 years. We are winning for the past 20 years, yeah. We beat them clear and fair and square, clear that everybody can see. But every time, it's to show that every time we come down to a close finish like that, we have never gotten one. Not even one. So it's like, if you beat them, you have to just beat them by a mile. You can't come down in a nothing close with them and get a race. It does not go awarded to us.
Well, I would have really want to know what Coach Francis saw that we didn't see, cause him say no. I
I
want.
mean, the coach has to be diplomatic because I understand him what I'm saying. Him, in a film own estimation, Kishane even supposed to come down in a photo finish with no lies. Him should have beat him. And that the coach
Exactly.
basically.
Exactly.
You
Him say,
remember?
yeah, him say him allow himself to get down to Noah's level. Jesus, Father.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And
Mm,
that him basically, I say. Him should have beat him. Him shouldn't even have a photo finish with Noah.
for real. Because him have the time.
Mm,
9.77, him should have come so come do all a good 9.75.
yeah, because honestly, if you look upon it, it wasn't as much as he's a 9.79 race. It wasn't his best race in terms of execution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look upon it from a standpoint.
And Noah was the
And
last man out of the block.
yeah, I mean, everybody knows that Noah finishes fast because naturally Noah is a 200-meter runner. So him have the strong top end finish for the 100. Yeah? But let me say, I mean, we win some and we lose some, but for how them take this one, it does not sit right. We never get awarded a race in a close finish with the Americans like that before. Never.
Well, them 20-year drought, me understand what go on, God have mercy. Well, let us see what happens. Cause me hear some people make some talk about the physical appearance of the athletes, that they have concerns about the way he's built and so forth. And I think he doesn't look any different from Asafa. Even Asafa kind of built the same,
Naturally big,
muscular.
May I tell you something? Him does naturally big. I say, I just how him grow.
Yeah.
Because
And how him body respond to exercise.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just feel build that. I don't know, like say him put on too much bulk or I just in that natural.
And so they must say, boy, when you have on so much bulk on you, it's harder for you run and carry your weight and them something. They understand?
No with theme case as I said, because that theme built body mass and everything on the speed where I carry. I mean, depends. It can probably have effects for him joints, him knees, him ankles and stuff. But for him know how to manage himself, then there's no problem because as I say, a natural body build.
Yes. I'm a Asafa built the same way, so no big deal to me really. Of course he's built a lot bigger than Noah.
Yeah.
But I don't think that interferes with the way that he strides or anything like that. I just
Awesome.
stay. But our guy oblique. What a thing with oblique him and oh god.
Yeah. Remember, say, as I say, enough people don't understand these athletes and more physical ability. Remember, say, him been nursing a groin injury from time to time, and after the national trials, him did have to go to Germany go get treatment for it.
Oh
So
wow. Jeez.
can't really take nothing from him for that, Because if you run with a groin injury and still run under 10 seconds.
Him finished the race. Finish the race
under 10 seconds too, so.
Yeah.
You know?
He was so gracious about it though.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
thank you. People got a chat.
Yeah, big up.
Alright.
Coach Francis not easy at all, people. Oh my gosh. Let me see what you guys are seeing here. What happened to the man in the wilderness and his sidemen, Herb and the rest? Not to distract from your current conversation. I don't know. I have no idea. Tomorrow we come talk about politics because we have some information to give you now. Some of the American them find this a platform here can talk about people bitter. Where they get bitter from? Where do they get bitter from? Just because they're talking about wilderness. Because them sit down in the wilderness now for 20 years. And I look how controversial something they don't want nobody to question or talk about it. They're not easy. Let me let you guys hear the headline news that was aired on US television, cable TV, regarding the updates on how this thing played out. And then I will come back and show you guys some key moments over the history of track and field.
That's right, yeah, so he won the gold last night in an incredible race. It was so close. This was in the 100-meter dash on the men's side. When you talk about a photo finish, I mean, the pictures are absolutely incredible. There was a lot of debate as to, who actually came first, whether it was the Jamaican runner who appeared to have his foot in front of the line first, but organizers later explained that you had to have your torso crossing the line first. Noah Lyles winning by just fractions of a second, so really incredible there. The first time that an American man has won that event in 20 years, and he did just clear his first round in the 200-meter dash. That is his race. He's talked about that, how that's the one he enjoys the most, and we are expecting him to win the gold in that. So he advances to the semifinals now, and we're expecting him to race in that on Wednesday.
I love it when these athletes wrap themselves in the American flag. It's such an awesome.
Yes, guys. So they're talking about the torso. Everybody talking about the torso and the torso. As I said, the rules are the rules, and I believe in the rules, and I believe in following the rules. If it is that the torso has to cross the line, which we know as avid track and field followers, that is fine. But we did not see that. No image, no video or anything show that to us. One man I go tell me say, me no smarter, we no smarter than artificial intelligence. Instead artificial intelligence evaluate the outcome of the race, and we are not smarter than artificial intelligence. You know how many times we get warning that if we post anything about artificial intelligence, we must put a disclaimer, right? You think we can depend on artificial intelligence for everything? No, we cannot. And I will stand by what I say, that until I see a video or an image where I can see the man torso come across first, then I will change my mind. But based on every video and every image that I saw, they both went across that line at the same time where their upper bodies are concerned, and Kishane's foot came across first. Now let us look at some interesting and funny moments in the history of the Olympic. We saw Bahamas there, and what she did, she chucked across the line. Do you guys remember that? And then we also saw this guy here did the same thing. And if I'm not mistaken, they banned this kind of thing at the games because it's just not right, in my view, that you reach to the finish line and through you say you're not gonna make it there, you start to dive across to put the other person at a disadvantage. Clearly, if you're about to fall down because you lean forward, that's a different thing. Or if you trip, is a different thing. But if you're coming premeditated and saying, "You know what? If I get to the line and that person is passing, I'm just gonna dive across." No, I think that's wrong. But they I believe they make it so that it's illegal at these games, which is a good thing. So Team Jamaica did not get any gold medals so far. This is strange. This has never happened to Team Jamaica before. Right? And you know what, guys? we should feel too bad about it. Those of us who are, avid track and field supporters and fans, this shouldn't be too bad. Because if the United States stay out of the thing for 20 years, one look Olympic, we don't know the amount of pressure that's on our athletes, guys. The pressure on the Jamaican athletes, it's so high. Because, like I said in the upload that I did earlier, if you guys haven't watched it, please have a listen. The bar has been set so high by Jamaica over the years that we, the fans, we expect nothing but greatness, because that's all we've gotten from Jamaica the last 20 years. 20 years of greatness where speed is concerned, unbroken. So for this come up now, I mean, people just very disappointed, but it's okay because we've swept these we've swept these events several times, both men and women. We've already proved ourselves. We are the sprint capital of the world. Still, that has not changed. So I believe in our athletes, and I believe that, those who didn't make it to the Olympic, those who are injured, and those who missed their goal, I think we will see more from them. It's not the end of it. I think Jamaica will continue to dominate this sport for some more time to come. And no shade on Noah, but he needs to enjoy his 5 minutes of fame right now. Because with such a narrow margin of victory in this event for the first time, he ought to enjoy it. Because this will not happen again. Not when we have healthy athletes to compete with. Because Jamaica is still the sprint capital of the world. They call Coach Francis and the other coach, Coach Mills, the people call them the Einstein of speed. The Einstein of speed. You know why? Everything that they touch becomes star. And they're very patriotic, you know. We have seen people from all over the region and over the world want to come to Jamaica to train. What is it that you guys are doing that's so great? What are we missing? And Jamaica has been very courteous about it, letting people come to train. No problem. So let me see. Rules need to change. It used to be the runner who coming from behind. Now it's torso first, even though Jamaica was first over the line. Half of a shoe, but the two of them at the same time. Boy, I mean, I know. Look here, man. I never seen nothing like this yet, because initially, when the numbers came up on the board, after I heard the commentator says Jamaica. And then when we say Noah went up behind Kishane and say, it's your race, man, something like that. And then we saw the 97.9 for both of them. Right then and there, it's over for me now. We don't need to see nothing. We don't need to see no millisecond. None of them sitting there. Them for cut it out for sure. We should stop counting at 1 second. We don't want you not born at 0.0055. We don't want, if look here, if it's less than a second, we don't count it. Honest to God. And guess what? If no Jamaica never in the race, I would have still feel the same. This is ridiculous to me. Let us be mindful that they have these rules in place, about the finish line and torso. All athletes have the same conditions and know the rules. Yeah, we know about the rules and we respect the rules. But what we are saying is some rules are just ridiculous. And this is one of them, in my view. Because when you look at the form of one's body, let me find a photo and show you guys. And this is why you see, you're not supposed to have people want to dive across the finish line. If they just make it so that anybody's foot go across first, they win. Then we have less of a problem. But when them come talk about torso and all them something there, that's why you have people that dive across the finish line. And it has happened so many times. Nobody should have to do that. Diving across the finish line. You see how the body is? A person's foot can come across first, depending on how the body is as it goes across the finish line. Likewise, if you look at the person in this photo that's at fourth, right? Them could have leaned forward and know them foot no go cross the line. I feel like they need to stick with, whosoever foot come across the line first, they are the winner. Too much problem. And it's counting down of a millisecond. That is ridiculous to me. I am from the Caribbean and ran track in high school. I'm a big fan of Bolt and Shelley. However, I understand the rules. I know how cricket was my religion and I would cry when West Indies lose. Yeah, we respect the rule of the sports, but anything that's gonna make it more complicated, I think we need to really take a good look at it. Like seriously. I mean, just like how they must say artificial intelligence look at everything and decide who is the winner. Why then cannot show it away? Wanna see it? I don't see it. They have not shown us what they saw that caused them to determine that Noah Lyles won. They have not shown it to us. But I do believe that Kishane is gonna come back. One thing I want to address, guys, I don't know if I'm the only one who has heard this, but there are people, I heard a commentator said this yesterday. Good evening, Jamaica 411. Thank you for joining. I heard a commentator said yesterday that Noah Lyles is now the fastest man alive. And I'm like, wait, what is wrong with these people? If they don't know the information, ask somebody. But don't come on radio and come on TV, come talk foolishness. The fastest man in the world, dead or alive, is Usain Bolt. No one has broken this record. And until that record is broken, he is the fastest person. Now, when a person wins an Olympic an Olympic gold medal, they are the fastest Olympian, right, for that time. Same thing with the championships. So when them are gonna go out of bounds now and talk about the fastest person alive and come on man, let's get real and stuff and trick up the people them. I hope that people who know better when they hear these things, I hope that they correct them. Because some people may just simply don't understand that there is a difference. They said the same thing when Shakari won, them say Shakari is the fastest woman in the world. The fastest woman alive. No. if there is a time on record that is not broken, they cannot be the fastest person in the world, nor the fastest person alive. They are the fastest person for that event, and of course, if there's a record which is broken, then they can get the title of fastest in the world or alive. That is ridiculous. Who is the fastest woman alive right now? The fastest time on record, I think that lady died. That female athlete died. And I don't think anybody has ever broken a record. But we cannot call her the fastest person. Well, we can say the fastest person to have lived, but we have to classify these titles and times as they should. Flojo, yeah, she passed away. I think she was in her 30s, I believe. And then after she is Ilian. Ilian would be the fastest person alive with the fastest time. Now, Shelley and Fraser Price. I think she's the most decorated. Am I right, guys? Fraser Price is the most decorated athlete. She has been to 5 Olympics. Unbroken. This was supposed to be her last, and she didn't even get to compete. And this is why we know that France really messed up. They said that she was injured, but I think if it wasn't for the disorganization, she probably would have gone into the race, in my view. I jump at them with that same statement about fastest man alive, but I realize that it is an Olympic statement. It's quite stupid, but research it. When you get gold at the Olympic equal title, I can't stand it. Yes, fastest woman alive is Elaine. And when people are talking, and especially people who are not fans of Jamaican athletes, they must remember that none of our athletes don't take drugs. We don't have a drugs culture in Jamaica. So they need to come correct when, because I see some discussions in the social media space. And people must remember that for as long as Jamaica has been dominating speed, we have heard one and two people try to undermine talking about drugs, but of course, everybody knows that's a lie. But that goes to show you the work ethic of our athletes. Because everybody knows that Usain Bolt's first major event, he came in fifth. So he built himself up and worked his way up to accomplish that 958 and became the fastest man, dead or alive, and to ever live. I don't think we just born fast. No. It takes a lot of work and dedication. Hard work. So when we see a thing like what happened over Paris, and we have questions, we're gonna stand up for our athletes, and we're gonna make sure say everything done properly. Yes, it's nothing personal, but we know the work that our athletes put in, and we don't want a robbery. It's just that simple. But I am glad that somebody came and attested to the quality of how France hosted the Olympic. It was very poor from the start. From a see the opening ceremony, and how, boy, I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to talk it, because It's so embarrassing. It should be embarrassing for them. I don't know I don't really know. I know that France has a culture of fashion and all of them stuff. Now that's all fine and good. But they had one of the best soccer teams, you know, at one point in time. So them understand sports and the importance of organization and how to host. They should know that kind of thing, right? But what we see them can do, yes, Prudence, she's the most decorated. What we see them can do with the Olympic, there's once in a lifetime opportunity where most countries would even get this opportunity. What we see them can do with the Olympic, I bet you say if the Olympic keep at Jamaica, Jamaica would have done a better job. I think so. Jamaica would have done a much better job. I don't even want to call Liz tonight. Liz sent some photos earlier and some videos. She's basically touring the city. When you go to watch the Olympic, you know, you're very engrossed in the village, Olympic village, and all these things. But the pictures and videos I got from Liz is out there at the Eiffel Tower and looking at all kind of things. Liz no business with no Olympics, so me not about the Lisbon Olympic tonight. I think Wednesday is the 200s, and I think the relays. I think the relays start over next weekend. So we'll see. Worst Olympic ever. For those of you who are just joining, I'm going to replay what Coach Francis had to say so that you can hear it. Let's see. There it is.
Coach, after 100 meters, tell us what your thoughts on that and the photo finish.
Well, the photo finish was clear. Noel won. He's a very good athlete who you can't allow yourself to get down to his level. And I think that's what happened to Kishane today. But I think Kishane performed very, very well, given the fact that, as I said, he had been having hamstring issues after the semi-finals. Sean had to work on him a lot, and I think it was very creditable and courageous of him to run the way he did, give him all that. But I think he was disappointed in his start, and I certainly was as well.
Running 9:79, as I know, you know, the expectations is that he would have been the Olympic champion. But it didn't happen tonight. But Kishane, I think, based on his experience, you would say that he did well.
I said he did well, and it gives him something to look forward to for the rest of the season and for the next season. So hopefully that will make the future even better. You know, an Olympic silver medal is no joke. So.
Do you think that the hold up at the start affected the athletes in any way?
I suspect it would have affected those who were most eager to run. But the Olympics has been very weird. You know, it has certainly been the worst that I've ever been to, and it's from the warm-up area to the training tracks to how they operate inside the stadium. It's all very amateurish.
Amateurish. But you say it's the worst you've been in. You have been to at least 8 Olympics. Mm-hmm. At least it's the worst. Paris is your worst Olympics.
But that's a long, long way. Not even close. I mean, Paris itself, the city is great. But how this Olympics was organized and executed, at least as far as athletics is concerned, is extremely poor.
Okay, so Coach Francis, I want to just congratulate you on your silver medal. Any word on Sharika? What's happening with her?
Well, I'm sure she'll be resting. She and trying to get it recovered so that she can continue her career in the sport. And I'm sure it will be brighter than before.
What's the reason for pulling her today?
Or she just could not run at the speed she needed to run confidently, and I think that was the main reason.
Okay. Will she be continuing on this for the rest of the season?
Uh, I think she's going to spend the next couple of weeks trying to get it properly healed, and then we'll have to see.
Okay. Thanks, coach.
Yes, guys. Welcome back. Just a second. So, we're looking forward to seeing Sharika, Elaine back in the arena. Shelley and Fraser Price said that this is her last Olympic. I don't think she said that this would be her last track event, which means that we may see her in other events, but just not the Olympic. Shelley will be over 40, well over 40, the next Olympic. She may come as a fan to cheer for Team Jamaica in Los Angeles, California at the next Olympic. But certainly, I hope that we get to see Sharika, who is still in her prime. Who is the fastest woman today? Two different questions. No, I don't think that's two different questions. The fastest woman today would be the woman with the fastest time on record, who is alive. That would be the fastest woman today. One question to me. I don't know what the viewers think. What do you guys think, guys? Is that two different questions to you guys? What we need to do is get people to start asking the question in relation to titles and events. Who is the fastest Olympian? Who is the world champion? Things like that. But when they say who is the fastest woman today, I would be looking at the fastest time on record. And it doesn't even matter if that woman is still actively participating or still actively competing. She could be retired. As long as she's alive and as long as her time is unbroken, then, I would say that's the fastest woman today. I don't know if you guys agree with that. But that is an interesting question, the way you posed it. Yeah, man, big up Coach Francis. He's all about shaping, the best. But you know what? It's just like how we look for the next generation of athletes to come up and do well. We also want to see some new coaches coming because look more from this Coach Francis and them gone into retirement. So we're going to need some more coaches to replace them. Shakari did not warm up well and made the mistake not to pull out because she is a rookie. She also was not let in the training area like Shellyan, taking nothing away from. Yeah. Yes, I think just like what the person asked Coach Francis if the mishap of the what happened with the training problem and not letting them in. Of course that affected them. And I still feel like say all of the athletes them that were affected by that should file a lawsuit against them because they rob them of the opportunity to participate and to go through their usual routine. These people in France, they should never ever get the opportunity again. I guarantee you, if they try to bid for it again, people are going to be protesting against them because we will never forget this. I saw the video, where they were not allowed to come through the gate, the same gate they went through the previous day. They had their identification and everything. So I hope that I know for a fact that bad to bad, America is gonna be prepared to put on a very good show and host the Olympic very well next time. I don't want to see this happen to no other athlete, no other team. Ridiculous. I guess they were thinking, let's just try to boost our country and whatever, and they fell short on, you know, what they should be doing for the sport and the athletes. And I am glad somebody else said it besides me and Liz over here. And Coach Francis didn't mince words when he said it, and he had many Olympics to compare. So, France, I hope they learned something from this. You got this big, beautiful country, and you can't host an Olympic properly. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna ask you to please hit the like button. Thank you very much. Yes, very, very much so. Atlanta Olympic. They still have the Olympic Park in Atlanta where everybody who visits, they can go there and check it out and say how beautiful it was to have had the opportunity to host the Olympic. It still looks like an Olympic hosting city, to be honest. I'm sure it affected them in some way, but please give credit where it's due. Julian is an awesome athlete, and it was simply her time. Yes, that's true. She did her best, and I think she probably ran the best race of her life. She ran the best race of her life. If the other athletes were in it, like Shelly and Sharika and so forth, I don't know what the outcome would have been, and I would have loved to see something like that. But they were not in the race. She ran her best race and she came away with the gold medal first for her country. So, congratulations to her, and we're glad to see it. And she also spoke about her 3 years training in Jamaica and giving credit to Jamaica for being a part of her journey. So, that was good also. Paris should never be allowed to host the Olympics. Yes, and you know what? If the people them start to sue them from now, they will never ever put their country in the ring again to host anything. I seriously think these athletes need to sue them. Yes, man. I am definitely. I'm done with the Olympic, but I know that Los Angeles is going to put on a great show. So if the Olympic is gonna be anywhere in America, I think it would be an embarrassment for me to not go and support Team Jamaica. What I saw in Paris, very scary, and I'm hoping that we never ever see it again. What a shame. These people had a chance to show the world how to host a show, and then right off the bat, from the opening ceremony, me start here complaining, guys. From the opening ceremony, I be a fashion thing them come about. I don't understand those people. Thank you for joining Trinidad and Tobago. Big up yourself, Rocket Will and Nurse. Thank you. It's always good to see the Caribbean, you know, get them shine in these events. Cause really and truly, Jamaica for a small little island, boy, I mean, know how Jamaica could have, up to this day, how Jamaica could have dominated the sports for 20 years, right? But this is the beauty of it all, is that we are such a small country in the region. And I hope that other countries within the region, get some tips and some tricks from Jamaica, see what they're doing, how they're doing, and how they do it, and start producing some athletes too. Because I am big on, the Caribbean community. You understand, guys? I really think that the Caribbean community should have a better relationship than they do now, right? But it's always good to see the Caribbean participating in these big events and doing well. Coach Francis is on point. Look, we cannot be saying Lyles win is not good enough because of the minus 50 seconds. Then we are also saying that our athlete is not good enough. We just want to see the next race. We're done with this now. We just want to see the next race. And you know what? This is not a bad thing. Because no, there's actually some kind of rivalry at this time. You understand? So it's not a bad thing. I know that Noah, well, maybe not Noah, but I know that Kishane cannot wait to meet Noah on the track again. And we as track and field fans, we are looking forward to it because I don't know if they have anything to prove to each other. I don't know, right? But we know that, it is going to be a very interesting time the next time they meet. So that gives us something to look forward to. And that's the beauty of the sport. Jamaica will bounce back. Worlds will be awesome. The Olympics will be in LA and I'll be there. Definitely, man. All of you in America, I want to make sure you come out of LA next time. All of you in Jamaica, if you can fly come to LA, try do it. Um, me not really feel too good still for no say out of Jamaica. We not have a slate of athletes. Like we had with this generation of athletes here. We had Bold, we had, these two other guys, Johan and my guy there. We not really have too many men right now. Akishi not really the shining star, in terms of being most healthy. And that's not to discount the other athletes, guys. We're just saying we've been so spoiled, being comfortable, having healthy athletes always ready to compete and them something there. So, me no know we need to go up on a recruitment drive. The coaches them go up on some recruitment drive to get the athlete, especially the male athletes them. So now it's up in the air. The United States has broken their drought. Now it is up in the air to see if Jamaica is going to take back the reins and take back the dominance, or if it is the US's time to dominate. That is the question going forward. Look here, don't talk them sitting there about no a Jamaican. Which part? Him and a Jamaican in a no sense at all. Cause when I see him come do, the girlfriend I take out things from Jamaica camp. I tell him and him a come sit down on platform, come talk about him know what go on in a Jamaica camp and about people. Noah is not a professional. He's a very, you see what the coach say you can't make him go down to him level. He does not behave like a professional. You see Jamaica snooping a Fidel camp? No. What him come do is very unprofessional. And you say if me did response for Team Jamaica, him girlfriend would have to come off of the team, cause what she do is wrong. Him and a Jamaican in a no sense of a disrespect him go on with. And she if go and go run for America too. Honest to God, me not like foolishness. What did they say to her? To Shelley? You know, so me have a friend who live in Paris, you know. And from time to time, you know, we will talk and stuff, and I would ask about how he likes it over there and so. And he say, the French people, they kind of rude. That's what he told me, is that they kind of rude. But if you live over there and you understand them, I guess you get used to it or you just understand them. But like to we who are outside, it kind of rude, them behavior and so. No, sir. Me not count him out, you know, me just know that him not healthy right now. And he has been struggling, you know. And it's so sad because when he was at the trials, you know, he looked very good. Yeah, man, him look good. You know what would have been nice? If the Caribbean could have represent the Caribbean against the world. That would be so nice, but that will never happen. No Jamaican. All these years we are watch track and field, we never say no Jamaican athlete come out come say them something the way him say. Our athletes are very humble and them are professional and when they go up on the world stage, people have to respect and look up to them. Because this is how these coaches in Jamaica, they don't only train the athletes to run, you know. I used to run in high school. They don't only train the athletes to run, they train them how to behave as well. Remember, we are a disciplined people in Jamaica, you know. For the most part, we are a disciplined people. So we not gonna go abroad and do and say the things them when me hear Noah I go on with. Wanna listen to the press conference with them though? Afterwards. He might talk about he name pan sneakers and them something the kind of money not in a spikes. Look here man. Don't say that. He man a Jamaican no time. Some of them they only put on with jersey and put on with clothes because they want notice. Because they know say Jamaica popular. Them just want to be seen. That's why them put on with jersey. How would this now come talk about people sound racist? Other small countries are capable of handling their own affairs. I love Jamaica, but when folks like you come on social media with this bias one-sided comment, who you talk to? Mickey, whatever you want him, is who you talking to? Or racism coming at this? We're not entertain foolishness over here, so you know. Moderator, take out that somebody off from what I comment. We don't want them over here, so. Cause me I read every comment and me not say nobody. And I'm certainly not saying anything that has to do with racism or whatever. So, um, moderator, please take out that somebody from out of the comment. Um, they tell her that she can't pass through that gate, but other French people pass through. No, sir. Me not understand where them the people. But tell you, you know, from my ears to the Olympic I keep over there. Me just feel down in my spirit from them time there. Something about them people there. Big up yourself, Steady. Thank you for joining. No, and Kishane know that Kishane is better. Number one. But want to see them run again, man. They need for hurry up. The next big event hour. I want to see them compete again. So there is something to look forward to. Honestly, when you see Bolt that run, say me never really see nobody where I beat him. So it was like every race was just so predictable. That can be a good thing and it can take away a little bit of the excitement. But with this now, we know that the next time Kishane and Noah meet, it is going to be a showdown. We're looking forward to it. And I am always going to be a fan of, a good track meet and athletes, competing to be the best. The camps should let the athletes sign a non-disclosure agreement, so no girlfriend or boyfriend can let out what's happening in the camps. Some believe in that, Dennis. That is so true. I strongly believe that. Yes, because what that boy go sit down and talk about Jamaica and rat out him girlfriend basically. Say, as she tell him everything will go on in a Jamaica camp. Boy, I mean, I know. Can't trust people like them there. She not supposed to dip on the team after that. She out of order. Maybe the problem with France is the arsoning them getting from them so-called farmer colony. Lord Jesus. Somebody told me this evening. I didn't even get to watch the thing that a subscriber sent to me that there's a race riot going on over there in UK. Anybody know about that? I know we didn't come to talk politics tonight, but somebody tell me say there is some kind of a race riot or some kind of racial tension going on over there in UK. All right, so you see with Noah now, guys, the US athletes, they always had a certain, in my view, this is my personal opinion, the US athletes, they have always had a certain arrogance about them. The only athlete or two athletes that I noticed that were not like that was Alice Felix and what the other 400-meter athlete name again, man? And I think our parents are Jamaican too, Somebody tell me her name in the comments. But those two women, they were so humble. They were humble in victory and they were humble in defeat. And you will never see them come out and say certain things. Alice Felix especially, she's one of the most innocent person ever. Like she's so cool and so humble and so smart and so articulate. Alice Felix and the other athlete. I always forget her name. So I have never been one to cheer for US athletes for that reason because I don't like people who are arrogant. I like people who are humble and professional in the sport because track and field is my sport and I love this sport. Sonia Richards, she's same one. Yeah, her and Alyssa Felix were very humble in defeat and in victory, and they're very smart. But these athletes now we see coming up now, and some of them from back in the day, them arrogant, very arrogant, and people don't like that. Yeah, people don't really like that. And yeah, Sonia, yes, she's now a mother of two, I think. And I think she was on some reality show recently. Alison Felix, she opened up a daycare at the Olympic for athletes who are parents. And that was just such a beautiful thing to have done, as a former Olympian and them something there. So, and that is my expectation of Jamaican athletes. I expect all of our athletes to have humility and be professional. So from me here when Noah come do, me not look on him. Me not recognize nor acknowledge Noah as a professional athlete. And I always admire when our athletes are interviewed after a race, you know, I always admire how well behaved they are, or well spoken, or humble, no matter the outcome. And I know from, running in Jamaica in high school how hard our coaches are on us, between the training to the behavior. You have to train them people and teach them how to behave. You remember when Shakari first come on the scene, how she go on? When she lose, how she diss up the people them? She diss up the sports journalist them. She diss up, I mean, she had the worst attitude. I mean, I say, oh my God, what is this? Oh, where the hell? Oh, you know that? No, sir. Not thought them sitting over here, sir. What you mean by Oblika eat him humble pie? Humble from morning, man. He's always been humble. He is. And that's okay. I saw his interview after the race and he was very happy for, the people who won. And he very much appreciated being in the race with them and he explained his shortfall. And that's just how it go. Sometimes, one of the worst thing for me watching sports track was when Asafa ran his last few major races. And every time you see him pull up out of the race, me I said, Jesus, Father, you know? But, at some point in time, you got to know when to throw in the towel. But Oblique has a lot more left in the tank. If him can just come healthy and stay healthy, yeah. Alison was very humble. She is one of my legends. She always give Jamaica a little problem. Yeah, man. She could have, in my view, she could have given us any problem at all as an athlete. But her personality and her professionalism, trust me, she represented the US very, very well and the sport at large. An injured oblique ran sub 10. Love that for him. Yes. Yeah. You can see that he was really hurting. And to have finished the race in the time he did, that was extraordinary. What I admire about our athletes, they display humility. Yes. And that's what we're taught. I remember when Usain, I don't know who would remember this, but at the championships, Usain Bolt fast started. Who remember when he fast started and his mother was in the audience and he was so upset about that fast start, he took off his shirt on the track. And when his mother saw him took off his shirt, she was so she was shocked. She was disappointed. It's like she's like she'd have go down on the track and spank him. When the camera zoomed in on his mom, she was like, Lord Jesus, him take off him shirt. Like she had said, what is he doing? He's not supposed to be doing that. And this is a grown man. But the discipline and the expectation, no matter what. You understand? So that's it. And it's good when these athletes, them behave well. Because some of them athletes here, when me say I get some big sponsorship, they not forget none, because of them behavior. They not no professionalism. But some of these sponsors, they will do anything. I was just saying the same thing to my mother. Gail, Gwen, Carl, Marianne Jones, Maurice Green. They all used to get to my nerves. Yeah, man, me not like the one them are arrogant. Yes, if they're arrogant, me not watch them. I me not listen to them. I will always big up Alison Felix. So it's not that I have anything against the US athletes. It's the arrogance, it's the arrogance of the track culture and those athletes that I don't like. But I've told you guys about the ones who are not that way and how much I respect them. Yes. So you guys heard Coach Francis, a man that is very straightforward, you know. He's gonna say it like it is, and he's a man we can back up him talk. So I hope you guys, like what we brought here tonight. No diving across the finish line because them say a torso first and a foot, so no diving. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining and have a good night. Take care.